Hey everyone, this is Nitro. In this video, I'm going to show one way to grind the Night of Lost Souls event. It's going to be one way simply because I know for these events, the maps or the enemies that you face on these level 55 maps always changes depending on the day. So I'm going to focus on basically grinding one day, so it may not necessarily be the enemies you face, but if you played the fight on a different day, you might end up facing the exact same enemies. So, as always with these events, what I'm going to be using is EDOT's event tracker, as you see on screen right now. So I'm going to have a link in the video description to this tracker, and it's a Google Sheet. So in order to make use of it, you first have to click on Show the Menu in the top right to bring up the menu. And you can't use it by itself, you have to make a copy, as the event tracker says. So you just click on File, make a copy, and then copy it to your local Google Drive. Alright. So then it'll start making the copy. Once it's made, the copy is automatically opened, as you see here. Now at the title is Copy of Night of Lost Souls. If you need to access it, you would log into your Google Drive and open it again in the future. And once you have the copy, it's important to do simply because it allows you to apply these effects like ignore a certain gift if you already purchased them all, or you can even set, like let's say you purchase 2 of the 3, it will reduce the missing amount value at the bottom. Alright. So from this, for example, I don't want the SR Anarchy machine packs, so I can just check them right off, because I really don't need SR items there. I will want the gold, Sophia shards, Oracle ore, SSR enchants of course, and it's just looking through the items to see if you need them or not. So for example, the SSR hammers is kind of optional. I'll get them, but they are optional. And I think that is the main useless item. The only one that really offers SR items as opposed to everything else that which is SSR items in general. So once I've disabled that specific item that I don't need, what I need in total is 633 pumpkins, 636 of those, I guess, treats, and 684 hats, which is in the shop tracker. If I go into the stamina run calculator section here, it pretty much tells me how many runs I have to do. 24 runs of the pumpkin, 24 runs of the treats, and 26 runs of the hat. Now, this is slightly different because you generally start with 27 of each item from clearing the level 35 and level 45 missions. So then that reduces it to 23 runs of the first 2 and 25 runs of the last one. So all it really needs is 568 breads as long as you're using bonus units. Right? So by bonus units, you can look at the bonus unit page to show which units you need to use. Kind of funny, he has goblin images for some of the characters whose faces he doesn't have. So Illustrial, right, Claret, and Omega there. But you can see which bonus units are in game as well. So this is how you make use of the tracker. And you can constantly check things off as you've purchased them, and look at the stamina run calculator to see what items you need at that point. So let's say I've already purchased the 3 gold. It now says I need 21 runs now to get all the remaining pumpkins, stuff like that. So that's a quick overview of using the event tracker. So now let's show the battles that I'm going to be clearing. So let's start with clearing level 55A. So for this particular fight, what I'm going to do is, the characters here is Landius, Elwyn, Illustrial, Sophia, Matthew, and Lambda. Right? If you have like a flyer Matthew, he would be great here. Otherwise, I'm not using mine because mine just has 2 range. So rather than Matthew, I'm actually going to bring Landius with Indomitable, Counter Attack, and Sun Slash. Main thing is the Sun Slash. I'm going to bring Elwyn with Sword Soul, Crush, and Roar. And I'm going to bring Illustrial with her 2 attack skills. Right. Illustrial has extremely high mobility here, which is of a nice benefit. My ally is also bringing a Sun Slash Landius as well as Matthew. And his Matthew has 3 range, so it's a bit better than mine. Finally, in terms of action order for me, I'm having my Landius move first, then Elwyn, then Illustrial. Right? Because this way Landius will attack the infantry, Elwyn, who has speed boots, will attack the Lancer, and then Illustrial will attack whatever. So let's just get started. So Landius quickly kills the first target. Elwyn, with his 4 mobility, hits the second target. So bringing Roar because I may need to remove a buff from that cuttlefish right there. And then finally, Illustrial takes out down the Mage General. So 3 enemies killed. In the south, Matthew acts first and takes out the Lava Titan. So that's the 4th target. And then Landius, who has no targets to attack, just moves up in faction buffs. And then the remaining 3 enemies will start moving and approaching. So we'll see this Cuttlefish tentacle my flyer, which in this case, or sorry, my archer, which is Illustrial. So she loses 2 mobility, but that's not really an issue because Elwyn will wipe out the Cuttlefish very easily by taking it out of the water with the debuff dispel, and then Illustrial will attack that flyer general on the other side, killing it. So that just leaves 1 enemy, the Bone Dino, which will be easily killed by his Landius using Sun Slash. So 2 turn clear for this fight. Yeah, just pretty straightforward. Very easy to also replace Illustrial with, let's say, a Flyer Matthew, if you have a Flyer Matthew, as long as it's enough mobility to reach that other target, you'll be fine. And you just repeat this battle over and over again. Next up is the level 55B map. So let's get started on this one to demonstrate one way to clear it. So if you have 3 players with double Luna, or triple Luna, that would be probably the easiest. But if you're using 2 players, player 1 should probably run Luna with Wind God Realm and Raging Thunder and move again. Liana with Act Again, Prayer and Meditation. And then a Claret, bringing Ride the Wind, Lightning Flash, and Crush. My Claret is a mere 3 stars. So take that as you will. My ally is also running Luna, of course, Move Again, Wind God Realm, Raging Thunder, and also another Claret. So this Claret's better built than mine. Ride the Wind, Lightning Flash, and it actually has Roar, unlike me. Right? If we look at it, right, I have a mere 5% stat increase. He has 20%, so big difference there. Okay? So, but in terms of stats, he's at 1095 attack. Mine is at a measly 711. So it just shows a massive difference. So what will happen with this kind of positioning, with the Lunas in the back, is they're going to Wind God Realm forward and attack, and get rid of enemies. So I have Luna act first, of course. And then Liana is going to follow up with an Act Again. And that will allow Luna to crush Lancer General. So 2 enemies down. Claret attacks with her attack skill and gets rid of 1 enemy. Player 2's Luna is going to wipe out the character at the top left. And then the other Claret won't have anyone to attack, so it's just going to move up and take a hit from the Archer. The Cavalry will attack the other Claret, heavily damage it, and then the Gargoyle will attack player 2's Claret as well, weakening it quite a bit. So Luna, follow-up attack. Claret will weaken the first Elf General if it can't kill it, and so there will be a follow-up attack from player 2's Claret. And then finally, the Gargoyle will attack one of these melee attackers and kill itself. So 2 turn clear. By bringing enough melee characters, you'll be fine. Is that my Claret is total garbage. It's just here to occupy a slot and at least get rid of 1 enemy, right? So this works pretty smoothly, and you can just run this for, I guess, the 23 battles you need to do to clear this map. The final map of this event is the level 55C battle. So this one is actually the easiest because you can bring both Omega and Leon, who are high mobility, high range single target strikers. So since I'm running with just 2 people rather than 3, we're both running Leon with Omega, and then the 3rd character that I bring is going to be Hein. I don't think you even need the 3rd character, to be perfectly honest. So what will happen is Leon quickly wipes out one character, Omega quickly wipes out another one. And then Hein won't kill anyone, but player 2's Leon and Omega will each wipe out a character as well. So there's the first. There's the second. And since you face off against 7 enemies in these battles, killing off 4 enemies right away just leaves 3. Which are all going to die the following turn. If they don't die flat out the way that Bone Dino just did. There we are. Leon kills off one angel. Hein never even gets to attack anyone. And the battle is done, just like that. So this is definitely the easiest one of the bunch. And just farm away until you get all the materials you need. Around what, 23 battles of them? 660-ish, roughly. And there we go. So thanks for watching, everyone. I hope you found this video useful to you. And on that note, Nitro out.